Hey VC, what's going on? Chris back here. This video is going to be just a quick contest entry for Mr. Jonas over at SublimMedia's. Just reached 1,000 subscribers. Great job. And I'm a pretty new subscriber to him. I don't know how I didn't know his channel, because now I see all the comments and everyone that I've already been following has been following him. So it's been a welcome addition. I'm trying to get through some of his older videos and stuff. I think he's from Sweden, and I guess over there they don't really, brag about records. I don't really like to brag too much about, what they're worth and stuff. But I do like, that I have them. Obviously, it's nice for the collection, and it's also pretty cool that some of the stuff is kind of hard to find, and yeah, that's it. So I guess we'll get going here. I got some old jazz 10 inches that I'll start with. First one, Duke Ellington, Liberian Suite. It's on the Columbia. Pretty cool. I forgot what year this was from. It's like 1948, I think. 1948, yeah. Probably one of my oldest records. Next one, we have Art Blakey, Jazz Quintet, A Night at Birdland. This is volume 2. Pretty cool, and look at that old blue note. And anytime you can get a Lexington label, it's obviously a good day, so that's a good one. Miles Davis Quartet. It's on the Prestige. Might as well stay with the jazz here. I'm flipping through here. Hold on. I just thought about it. I was like, might as well just keep going with the jazz. So next, I think I showed this in like a mail call. This is Horace Silver, 6 pieces of silver. And normally, it's in the shrink. Just a great copy of it. Normally, it's not a huge deal, but like I said, there's another Lexington label. So this is the first press of it. It's pretty rare to get a Lexington. I think that's this and that Art Blakey are my only Lexington blue notes. So another one. It's not super rare, but Cannibal Adderley Something Else. It's an early pressing. 43 West 61st Street for you jazz collectors that know all about that. And this one I found at actually an antique mall. I was just kind of flipping through, and the price was $3. And I mean, I really couldn't believe it when I saw it, but it's amazing Bud Powell. This is a first press. I can't remember if this is the mono. I think it is the mono. Yep, it's a mono version. Just a great album. It's probably my most expensive jazz album, I would say. Yeah, that's probably my most expensive jazz album. It's pretty hard to find. Next, I got some kind of 90s punk, kind of my generation growing up, and kind of stuff we listened to when we were going snowboarding and stuff. And as I got older, I kind of realized how hard it was to find on vinyl. Not necessarily super rare. Well, I guess it would be super rare if you can't find it, right? But not worth a ton of money, but they don't come up for sale that often. So this is No Use for a Name, Making Friends. It's on the Fat Wreck label. It's kind of gone up in price too since the lead singer Tony Sly passed away. Probably about 8-10 years ago, I would say. But they just issued a repress of that, so I don't know if that's going to change the price of that or what's going on. But next, we got MXPX, Life in General. This is a 90s album. It's very hard to find. It took me a long time to find this copy. I was very happy to get it. This was from 1996. They didn't press that many, so. Oh, sorry guys. I was looking for one more album that I just remembered. And this one's kind of, you wouldn't think it, but this is the first time this album was ever pressed on vinyl. And it was also from when I was in high school. I think I grabbed the wrong one again. Sorry, everybody. Alright, there it is. Oh, no. Oh my gosh, am I here for my own video? Okay, so this is Britney Spears' Baby One More Time. This was, I think, a Urban Outfitters. Yeah, Urban Outfitters exclusive on pink vinyl. I would show you, but it's sealed. The price on this, I guess, just kind of went crazy. I don't know what the deal was, but so I have not opened that yet. Next is the Beach Boys, Pet Sounds. This is a early mono pressing. Very happy to get that. One of my favorite albums of all time. I showed this one in my last Vinyl Finds video. One of my Nina Simone's, I Put a Spell on You. This would be the most expensive out of all of them. That's an early stereo pressing. Alright, next I have 5 albums from the same artist. So kind of just, this is a first press Metallica, Kill 'Em All on Megaforce. Very happy to get that one. As you can see, it's in fantastic shape. Alright. Next we got a Master of Puppets. Any early Metallica is difficult to get, in good shape, and also price-wise. They can get pretty spendy, so. Ride the Lightning. And Justice for All. And you think I'm done there, but this is the most rare of all the Metallicas, just because it was at a time when CDs were coming out and they just were hard to find. So that's right, it's the Black Album. See the snake in the background there. It's got a couple tape job and stuff like that on here, but the actual vinyl is just, I mean, fantastic, and that's a very rare one to find. So I was very happy to find that. Now I got some 45s I want to show you. This one is a promo copy of The Creation. That would be Making Time and Try and Stop Me. Next one is, I showed this in my 45 video. I think if you listened or watched it, you could hear it. But this is Louis Howard, Do As You Please, on the Charm label. Pretty rare label out of Dallas here. Just a great record. Another one I showed but I couldn't play. The copyright police got me. But Frank Howard and the Commanders with the Jimi Hendrix, young Jimi Hendrix before he went solo, playing guitar on it. Pretty cool. Next one, Sharon Scott. It's probably my most expensive 45. Oh, it's a couple $100. Actually, second most expensive. I'll show you my most expensive here in a minute. I don't really know the value on this one, but I just thought it was super cool. And this is a garage band out of South Carolina. It's a test pressing of a band called The Wild and their song Alley Oop. Backside, it's kind of a regular, but they just kind of pasted over it, but it's pretty good. Alright, next, this is a complete set from 1966. I think many of you people know in my videos that I'm a big Dodgers fan, originally from Southern California. So, other than family and records, that's pretty much my life. I mean, I love the Dodgers, and as of 2 years ago, You know, they lost their famed announcer Vin Scully, and I was heartbroken. Not gonna lie, shed a tear on his last game, and I was super happy to find these. I think I got them on an auction site somewhere, but I was super happy to get them. And this is from 1966. This is interviews with the whole team, so I can hear Vin Scully's voice forever. Willie Davis and Al Ferreira, Don Drysdale, Jeff Torborg, Howie Reed, Ron Fairley, Nate Oliver, Wes Parker, Buzzy Bavassi, Jim Gilman, Walter O'Malley, former owner of the Dodgers, Claude Osteen, Tommy Davis, Ron Peranowski, the late great Walter Aston, Phil Regan, Don Sutton, Maury Wills. Oh, that was a double of that one. Lou Johnson, Jim Lefevre, Sandy Koufax, the man, John Kennedy, Bob Miller, John Roseborough. So that's pretty neat. That's something I will never ever sell. That's one of my prized possessions, not necessarily monetary wise, but I've never seen a complete set for sale. I've seen them sold as singles here and there, but I've never seen the whole set from that year. It was from Station 76 out there in California, a gas station. Kind of put it out. They did a lot of promos with the Dodgers. They actually have a gas station at Dodger Stadium, so it was pretty neat. And this is another one that I will never sell, even though it's worth quite a bit. I was digging at a garage sale. All they had was 45s, and I just started going through them, and couldn't believe it, but I flipped upon it. This is the Beach Boys on X Records, X301. If any of you collect Beach Boys stuff, you'll probably know what this is, but if you don't, let me kind of tell you a little bit about it. So the Beach Boys, when they first came out, what was it, 55 maybe, or something like that, 55, 56. They, obviously Surfin' was their original single that they released on the Candex label. Then the company that was pressing the records, I guess, ran out of money and they couldn't pay Candex anymore. So they ended up pressing, they wanted to, you know, the song was blowing up, Surfin' was becoming a hit, and they wanted to keep it going. So they contracted this company to keep pressing records because, you know, they owed the other label, so they couldn't use them, the other pressing plant. So they ended up using this X Records. So they only pressed about 3,500 to 4,000 of these from all the research I did. So you got to figure probably half of those are in circulation. So it's a pretty rare record. You know, it's worth more than the actual first surfing record that had quite a few releases. So I got that for $1. Best dollar I ever spent. Well, I could say that about a lot of things, but one of the best things I've ever spent. So anyways, that's that. In case you're wondering, we're listening to Buffalo Springfield Best Of on ATCO. And yeah, I got another quick video I'm gonna make. I got some VCLT in the mail. So anyways, yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Talk to you later. And Jonas, congrats on the 1,000 subs, man. Keep it going.